job, buddy. P1 right there.
What is going on, guys, and welcome to your Monday night series in the Gen 4 ARCA cars here in the No Toad Racing League. Tonight the season will kick off here at Talladega. Probably the best super speedway we got, just because you can go 3 wide, no problems at all, really all race long, as these guys know what they're doing. And based off what we saw at the Cup Series last night, I'm hoping that these guys will follow suit, as qualifying is about to kick off, and it should be interesting to see who's going to actually qualify and who's going to kind of decide to start in the rear. And something cool to show you guys, well, before you start qualifying, if we get a photo finish, I'm trying to pull it up. I want to pull up. There it is. Finally got to pull it up. We got a nice little photo finish cam going for us here tonight. Hopefully we do get a photo finish and utilize this cam. In the meantime, we have Mr. Michael Nash, defending series champ for the Sunday night series, out there putting in his first couple of laps, as well as Cody Huntley's out on track, Mike Rentz, Brad Kress, Benjamin Nelson's out on track as well. And we'll switch over to Jess Traub. Jess Traub unfortunately had some issues last night where I heard it. I think his wife was messing with some stuff and actually unplugged the computer, so he unfortunately was not able to finish that race last night at Kansas, but he's out tonight for some redemption. Oh, wow, these guys get their qualifying underway. It's not going to matter really where you start, just where you finish here tonight. These guys do have 4 sets of tires. Not going to be needed here at Talladega. Might see some guys take tires just to take them. 65% fuel. I believe 65% fuel probably get these guys about the 18 to 20 lap mark for fuel. So this could be a 3-stop race if it stays green. And if these guys can manage a green flag all the way from green to checkered, I will be absolutely impressed. Dark Lord Kai saying, wish you could have made it, busy with work. I feel you there, man. I used to have a work schedule like that, and it's no fun. Overall tonight, I believe we had 20-something drivers signed up for the race, so it should be a decent-sized field here at Talladega. As time started clicking across, Alan Dixon early with that pole position. We see Traub taking that high line here on his first lap. More than likely can go low here on his second if we follow along with him. Just as I predicted, Traub's going to hug that yellow line here on his second lap. And these ARCA cars at Talladega, I don't think that's the smartest choice. I know certain cars you want to run the second lap your fastest, especially the next gen, but ARCA and trucks kind of just want to make that first lap your fastest, as Alex Chase getting that pole position as of right now. Mitchell Williams, who had a strong run last night, pit road mistakes cost him a good finish spot now on the pole. Just Traub's second lap. Can be definitely be a little bit quicker, but how much quicker? Is going to get Landon P7 for now. We go ahead and ride along with Benjamin Nelson. Actually, he just completed his second lap. Going to put him P2. So currently, Nash on the pole. And 91 might be putting in his second lap here. Dark Lord Kai rooting for the 89 of Eric Dillingham. '91 comes across start finish line. Second. No, my bad. Fifth. 822 got second. And I believe all these triple-digit numbers you're seeing, correct me if I'm wrong if you're watching Mr. Sarge, are people new to the league assigned triple-digit numbers. I believe that's how they do it here in No Toad. Oh, you are the 89. My apologies. I thought you root for the 89. Only 13 seconds left in qualifying. Let's go over a quick look at the track conditions. Not that track temp's going to matter, but track temp definitely a little bit hot. As I went to that real quick, Brugg ended up stealing pole away from Nash in the closing seconds of qualifying, so that number 1 will be starting P1 here tonight. We go over the rest of our starting lineup. So as I said, Johnny Brugg in the number 1, locking in that pole position. Michael Nash outside pole row 2. You got Craig Martin and Grant. Oh Lord, how do you say that name? Fisher? I have no idea. Row 3, Benjamin Nelson, Chad Bear. Row 4, you got Alex Pankey and Kendall Kerr. Row 5, Mitchell Williams, Alan Dixon. To round out your top 10. Going into row 6, Alex Chase and Brad Kress. Row 7, Leah Nutter and Jess Traub. Row 8, Tyler Lem, Robert Goetz. Row 9, Roy Hyde and Christian Loxton. Row 10, you have Donnie Badius and Cody Hunley. Row 11, Mark Herzog and Mike Rent. Row 12, Joseph Wilby and Kent Hunt. Row 13, Jaden Comstock, Tyler Merritt. Row 14, Oliver Turan, Gatlin Downey. And to round out the field in row 15 will be TJ Warren, rounding out the field. And I would not be shocked if we see 3 wide early on here tonight. I mentioned before, you can run 3 wide pretty comfortably here. As we got this started, let's see if I can't pull up Mr. Johnny Brugg. See if he's in a chat room. He is. No, he is. What is going on, Mr. Brugg, Rocket Man?
Hey, what's up, Isaac?
Hey, what's going on, dude? That rocket machine, you put that thing on P1, man. What's your hopes here tonight at Talladega for these 60 laps of racing we got here?
Stay up front and hope the all the shenanigans go on behind me.
All right, man. I don't know if you tested out fuel. I was predicting 18 to 20 laps. Am I spot on? Am I off? What's fuel looking like in these cars?
I have no idea, actually. I joined practice pretty late. I'm gonna guess like 20, 25, somewhere in there. I guess we'll see. I'm winging it.
All right, man. Well, good luck here tonight, and hopefully you see that 1 in victory lane.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, hopefully I can put it there.
Johnny Brugg will be leading the field, and it's going to be interesting to see real quick as we go to Mr. Nelson here. One of the faster guys in the Cup Series. Actually, probably the fastest guy in the Cup Series. Starting on that inside of row 2, I believe. Hard to tell right now. Inside of row 3. Okay, so the ones in the 700s are the league rookies. Okay, thank you for that, Eric. I was curious. So all the 700 numbers you see, that is going to be Leah Nutter, Donnie Badius, Mike Rentz. I think I covered them all. And Cody Hunley. Those are all newcomers to the No Toad Racing League. More than likely, this is their first race. They might have done a couple races at the end of the last season, but more likely the first race. Well, and before we go green, I like the Gen 4 package they did. I just don't like the restrict them. I wish they drove like the 87 of the Talladega, but they don't. They drive like your typical ARCA car does. I know next week when we go to, I believe, Auto Club, that's when we're going to see the 900 horsepower really come into effect. A lot of cars loose and really be a handful handling those cars. But Rocket Man himself will be leading us to green here to start this season opener here at Talladega. It goes through the travel. We'll go to the Barney camp. Barney with that green flag. Get him going here for 60 laps of racing at Talladega.
Green, green, green.
The green flag is out, bro. Getting to a good start. Going down the backstretch. Doesn't quite have the help that outside line has. He has a shorter run around the track. Trip, I should say. No one putting it 3 wide quite yet. That Benjamin Nelson is all over Craig Martin's back bumper going down the backstretch. And that's another thing, these ARCA cars, you can't really bump draft in these cars, and that might be what we see a lot of the issues with people being a little bit too aggressive as that front end and the back end of the cars do not line up right. And if you are too aggressive with the bump draft, it will send someone around. Correction, you can bump draft in these cars. You just gotta be careful. Not like the next chance where you can shoot someone out of a cannon 200 feet. But lap 1 complete. Johnny Brugg leading the first lap here for the Gen 4 ARCA series. What is going on? Oh, 7.5 rounds. My... What in the world is going on with my iRacing? Not sure. Okay, I think it settled it out there. Let's see if we can't see what happened to the 705. I know it did bug out there a little bit. We'll see if we can't see what happened here. No, it's being too buggy. That's lovely. So early caution, just from what I could see, it looks like what I was just saying before, people getting a little too aggressive with that bump drafting. It should be interesting to see if we have any takers on pit lane. Not sure what is going on though. Let's see if I can't figure it out real quick. Yeah, rut-row, that's what I'm saying. Never had that issue before. So early caution here as the 705 gets turned around. We go check on the 705 real quick. Doesn't look like he had too much damage. We take a quick look at his car. Let's go ahead and get a rear chase view of it. No damage to the front. Looks a little crinkled in the rear, but nothing that should affect him too much. Let's see if we can get a view now. Yeah, it's a little crinkled in the rear, but nothing too serious for that 705. Let's do it again. What is going on? Give me a second. Let's see if I can't figure this out real quick. Alright, let's see if those settings I adjusted fix the issue I was having. Latency? I don't know how to check that. I've never had this issue before. Terrible electrical limp. Yeah. Let me hide the track map real quick. I think that's what you're trying to see. The L. Anyways, let's hope my PC's done being stupid, or iRacing to be stupid, whatever's causing the issue. We got a race to put on here. The pace car lights should turn off, and that they will. Not really too much shaking up in the running order. Benjamin Nelson up a couple spots from where he started. Other than that, everyone's sitting about where they started at in the top half of the field. So far, your biggest mover of the race here early on, there it goes again, is a 277 of Robert Goetz, and the person who's lost the most ground is Dixon, who's just not coming out pit lane, but here early on, that's nothing to worry about. Yeah, let's not right now, Eric. Let's give it time and see if we can't figure it out. I do know back when I was putting my water cooler in, I did bend a pin that got fixed, and that could be causing issues, but I should have a new motherboard coming in the next couple weeks or so, so I'm not too worried about that right now. We'll figure it out. We'll run with it. Yeah, still doing it. I don't know why. Maybe it's just a bigger track for so many cars. So I didn't have this issue at all last night. Actually, I haven't had this issue at all in the Cup Series. Oh well, something we gotta deal with. Anyways, Pacer's gonna pull off, and Brooks leads back to green here on lap 5. We had some takers on pit lane, not a lot though, so fuel is gonna be interesting if this thing's able to stay green for a bit. If it is, that's when the fuel's gonna be able to spread out as the green flag's gonna fly.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. Johnny Brugg again to a great start, as the 60 Nash was kind of a little bit sluggish on that start there. But he's going to have a lot of help from that 125 at Benjamin Moore, and Benjamin Moore give him a great arrow push going down the front stretch, into turn 1. As Michael Nash is going to pull even with Brugg as they exit turn 2. He's going to have the run coming off the corner, going down the backstretch. He's going to clear the 1. Does he ditch Nelson? No, he sticks with them. Michael Nash and Nelson, and there it goes again. Not bad this time. Michael Nash and Benjamin Nelson sticking out on that outside lanes. Nelson's going to dip low and pick up the draft from Brugg, and Nelson back to where we're used to seeing him out front. But I don't know what the heck is going on. This is so bad. I can't even broadcast this. This is bad. Yeah, I've had no issues since I started broadcasting again. So hopefully after some time it'll even out. That's what I'm hoping. Give it a couple laps. If it don't, I'm gonna have to cut this. And it wasn't doing during practice either. what to do. Well, while this PC's being stupid, Nelson is maintaining side-by-side battling with Johnny Brugg out there for the lead. Try reducing cars down to 15. Okay. Let's try that. See if that helps. And that did help. Good call on that, Sarge. So apologies for that, everyone. If we're able to finally get this figured out and straightened out to where it ain't bugging out. So Johnny Brugg is in the lead still. Nelson maintaining that side-by-side battle. Neither one of them really have the help you would really see here at Talladega in any of the other cars. The E22 blinks out there for a little bit. We're only able to see the top 15 cars. I'm pretty sure if I go back to the other cars back here, they'll load in as they will. So we'll watch mid-pack, see what's going on back here. Ooh, a little bit of bobble there out of the O2 coming out of turn 2. In the meantime, back up front we go. As Johnny Brugg still leading the way. As they say that Nelson getting a really good run on corner exit. Has a little bit of help from the 822. Nelson kind of got that lead on that inside line. Kind of stayed there. Johnny Brugg went up to the outside line to try to pull even with Nelson. He can't quite get it done. And surprisingly, no 3-wide racing yet. I mean, the 21 of Kendall Kerr did look outside for a bit, realized the run wasn't there, so he went back in line and lost a couple positions for it. When he jumped outside, he was running about 3rd or 4th on that outside line. Yeah, let's change it to 20. There we go. I believe we only had 29 cars in the field, so 20, we're only missing 9 cars. As the 21's looking to the outside yet again, doesn't have any help, but he's going to make it work and get that side draft off that middle line. 3 wide going through 1 and 2. And try to side draft to 60. Looking for some help. No one jumping out with him, but he's holding his own in the meantime. And part of that is because some checkups are being caused. But once he gets up here to the front, you're going to probably see him die out. As they say that 91, Craig Baird jumped to the outside. Now we got 3 wide going. 29 jumping out to help. Johnny Brugg was saying he wanted to be out front away from all the shenanigans. Well, he's right in the middle of shenanigans that could happen. Four wide almost going through the tri-oval. And here at Talladega, we hear it said all the time, your friends are where you find them. And right now, that 21's best friend is the 91 of Chad Bear. Ooh, a little bit of bobble there. 178 drifts a little bit high. Almost put the 29 into the wall. Oh, a little bit of bobble again out of the 078. That 078 is wicked loose right now. Something I'm not used to seeing here at Talladega. It must be these Gen 4s. Yeah, he got a wild field tonight. Hopefully we don't have this problem next week at Auto Club. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try something real quick. See if I can't get up to 25. Nope, I'm not going to try it. It was already being dumb. 21 leading that outside line. He got up there even with Brugg, and he lost all his momentum. And one of the things you'll see is people like that, they'll jump out, they'll really hold their own, because a lot of checkups are happening in the top two or the bottom two lanes, allowing the 21 to gain all that ground. But now he's just kind of stalled out there on that outside line. But these guys are doing a hell of a job holding it 3 wide here. Lap 14 already. Brugg going to jump to that outside line. Someone into the wall. It looked like the 6 machine of TJ Warren. Yeah, it was a 6. Decent amount of right side damage. I think they're getting around a lap car right now, down to the apron. That middle line may have a run coming up here, as it's just at 125 and 822. And they are. Johnny Brugg with a great run going down that backstretch. 21 looking up high, trying to get the lead for the first time here tonight. 21 to Kendall Kerr was almost clear of the one. It took him some laps to get 3 wide. But what I was trying to say about pit lane is if we're able to green flag pit cycles in, it's really going to spread the field out, and the chances of the cautions are going to go way down. But everyone doing a really good job maintaining a decent distance, not getting too aggressive with the bump drafts here early on. And you got to wonder if this ends up being just a 2-stop race for these guys in the draft. Wondering how much fuel these guys lead the lines. Is Michael Nash getting a great push going down the backstretch into turn 3. Don't you start doing that. As Johnny Brugg went up to the outside line, losing a lot of ground, getting shuffled back to outside the top 5 as of right now. Looks like Michael Nash will be able to lead this lap here. Lap 16. Give it to Nash. That middle line really starting to prevail. And the interesting thing about these ARCA cars, it's not like the next chance and the other cars you run here. There's really not a dominant line. You get the next chance here at Talladega, you run that middle that the 60's running, it's hard to pass unless you have help. As Brugg has a lot of help, and he's going to shoot past Michael Nash. Going to clear him, but he's going to stay up top with the 21. A little bit of bobble there, but we're still good. Nash able to lead his second lap here tonight. And now you got the 24 of Jess Traub looking to lead a lap here. Early on laps 18, Jess Traub to the front of the inside line. You're going to have a little bit of arrow push from the 125 and Nelson. That's what you got to do here in these ARCA cars. You can't bump draft really, so you got to get that arrow push going. Now you got a run coming from the outside line. Johnny Brugg looking 3 wide. And that's one of the great things about Talladega. You can't do this at Daytona very much, but Talladega, easy. I do have it checked. Let me uncheck that. I forgot you guys do not do pro numbers. And that just made it glitch out. We can't see the paint schemes right now because iRacing is busy refreshing what they should be on. Yeah, my apology for that, Sarge. I forget you guys don't manage the pro numbers and stuff like that. Oh, it's a 708? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Come on. Oh, see, I like Nelson's other scheme, though. This is being like this is trying to refresh the paint schemes. Now Nelson's in a plain red paint scheme. I don't like that. I like his anime paint scheme he runs. I know we can't see the number. That is Johnny Brugg on that outside line trying to get the lead going. I believe Jess Traub is leading the inside line. iRacing's trying to figure its stuff out. Yeah, because Trading Paints is trying to update right now. That's why it's being stupid. We're almost there. I think Jess Traub's the last car. There it goes. Wow, a lot of these actually run the same paint scheme. Oh my god. I do apologize for this, guys. I've never had this issue before.
The yellow flag is out.
And now yellow flies. I can't even see what caused it. Okay, you want to be ornery. I get it. Alright, let's see if we can't. I know it's being stupid. Let's see if we can't go see what caused that caution. I don't think we can. No, we can't. Oh, we're only under the second caution. I'm so sorry for the difficulty to get. This is not like me. Whoa! Big checkup. Alright, now the Trading Paints is refreshed. So let's go back to 20. So it's running really good at 20, actually. Oh, everyone should be coming down pit lane here. I would not be surprised people... I would not be surprised if everyone pitted. Benjamin Nelson led the field to pits. Let's see if he's able to beat the field off of pit lane. No, the 88 of Constark was able to beat everybody off. So Jaden Constark leading his first lap here tonight. What's the C? That's red. What's the C? I was finally able to catch it what it is. What's the C stand for, Eric? That was red when it was blinking out. Continuity, is that what it is? Gary's saying C might be CPU. Real quick, I just saw the 18th paint team, Joseph Willoughby. That thing is looking really good. The one I think it is, which I think it is, it has the, yep, it has the Viper front end with the fangs. But I do apologize for all the blinkiness. We will get it figured out throughout the week. I'll have someone hop in the chat room with me and adjust some settings so this don't happen again. Like, I've never had this issue broadcasting before, so this is new to me. One night Windows. Yeah, Windows could be doing an update. We'll go back green flag racing here in lap 25. So these guys will have about 36 laps of racing to go. They cannot make it on fuel. Still at least probably one more pit stop. And it should be interesting to see how quick these guys do end up putting it 3 wide. It took them quite a few laps. I think it took them about 10 laps or so on this last green flag run to go 3 wide. And once they were 3 wide for a good amount of time. Oh, I did not mean to open that. Jaden Constark, new leader here tonight, gonna lead the field to green with Willoughby to the outside. A whole new faces to that front row. We haven't seen him up front all race. Get to that Geico restart zone. Believe it's on.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag is out. Do you guys have the restart zone on here in the ARCA series, Gary? 18 got some really good jump down that front stretch into turn 1. Jaden Constark has that 125 in Nelson. If there's anyone you want behind him, I could tell early on here, it is that 125. He is really good at aero pushing, but so is that one of Johnny Brugg. Johnny Brugg was able to clear Willoughby of the 88. Willoughby's going to stay to the outside, though, content with Brugg pushing him. Brugg was looking the inside, thought otherwise the inside line starting to get going. No one going 3 wide yet. I'm pretty sure the first taker we're going to have on that going 3 wide would be the 21. He was the first guy to do it last time. And he benefited from it for quite a bit. But Nelson giving the 88 a really good push down that backstretch. But you don't want to get too far out there. That 60 could get a really good run here and shoot the middle if he wants to. No restart zone, okay. Nelson's going to look to the outside and put it 3 wide. Brug's going to fall. The 21 going to fall, leaving the 18 hanging all by himself on the outside line. That got to be frustrating if you're Joseph Willoughby. All his help just went down, and he's going to get shuffled all the way to the rear if you don't get any help anytime soon. Brugg looking to the inside. These two had a really good battle last night in this Cup Series, and they're duking it out yet again on a whole different track. 88 of Jaden Constark shooting the middle, trying to get back to the lead. aggressive move here early on. Still 30 plus laps to go. It's the 18, still 3 wide back there. Almost put into the wall. He has a gap. Believes he's gonna take it. From the 18, you gotta take that. Gotta take that gap. This time by Nelson's gonna lead that lap. Okay, gotcha. Just get me with me later on in the week, Gary, and we'll go through settings and we'll get it figured out before Auto Club. Going down that back stretch to 125, and Nelson has a whole new face behind him. First time tonight getting pushed by the 21 occur. No one putting it 3 wide yet. This time by Nelson leading yet again. These guys playing it safe, to sticking to 2 wide, knowing they have to pit at least one more time. This ain't the final shootout. Oh, don't get too aggressive with that push there, 21. As we got a green flag run. Let's actually go ahead and ride on board with the 1. So you guys get an idea on how close he is actually getting to that 88 machine. And you can definitely hear Bruggs lifting, stay off that back bumper. The 88 has to be careful drifting up like that going onto the backstretch. Bruggs can take advantage of that anytime he wants, getting all over that back bumper going down the backstretch. And I think Travis Estrada said it best when he had a Daytona 500 interview, when he said anyone that's never really driven these cars, I mean, I know we don't get the full experience you get when you drive in real life, all the G you can put on your body, but when you're behind someone like that, you really got to be perfect on hitting your corner entries, because it is so easy to miss a corner entry when you're right behind someone. You can't see anything going on in front of you. We'll go back to that cockpit view, you guys can see what I'm talking about. Very cocky. Johnny Bruggs can't see anything in front of him. He has to mentally know exactly where that corner entry is so he doesn't wash up the track or go down and touch the apron and get loose. I will give Jaden a lot of credit here. He's able to really hold that wheel steady even with these bumps he's getting from that 1 machine. Still no one looking 3 wide. Someone we haven't talked about yet here tonight. The rookie back here, the 767 of Cody Hunley. Sitting really good there, in position to make something happen as the last take down. I think he's our highest running rookie, unless the 822 Craig is new to the series, but I don't think he is. As Eric said, only the 700s are new to the series, so. As Eric said, I usually focus on that yellow line in relation to my pillar. What I usually do is I'll try, especially the ARCA cars, is I'll let up going into the corner so I can see where exactly corner entry is. Or depending on like if I'm in the next gen, I'll like ever so slightly peek my nose outside to get an idea where I'm at down the backstretch. I'll tell you what, these guys are doing a really good job reducing the amount of cautions. We had that one early on, and that second one I was unable to watch. As Gary was telling me to update my train paints. Bro! Wow, how did bro keep that going? Here goes the 21 to the outside. I told you, Kendall Kerr's going to be the first one to jump to the outside, and that he is. But he's going to have no help whatsoever. He's going to tuck back in behind the 822 of Craig Martin. Now the 18 will be stuck back on the outside. But even with all that aggressive driving, Jaden Constark still leading this race, but now he's going to have the 125 to his inside. Here comes the 822 with a run. I believe he's going to try to shoot it 3 wide. That's what he's looking like. The 21 getting tied off a corner exit, almost getting into the wall. Oh, he's going to shuffle. Well, there goes the 60 and Nash into the wall. That one we're able to watch. Nash getting hooked into the wall. I think we'll have to rewind it. I'm not seeing it on SDK. We'll see exactly what happened to our defending Cup champion, Mr. Nash. There we go. Go back and see what happened here exactly with Michael Nash. It looks like... Try to slow it down here. Look at the 822 was coming down as those 60 drifted up ever so slightly. Definitely a racing deal there as Nash is going to go hard into the outside wall, nose first. Definitely have to use a quicker pair up there. It looks like everyone else was able to make it through pretty safely. Fortunately for Nash, it didn't blow his engine. So he's able to coast it back around to pit lane. So he doesn't have to tow. And shockingly enough, Nelson does not pit here. Top 3 don't pit. And I know you got to pit at least one more time, but if this stays green, that's a lot more fuel you got to add in. That's probably adding about, I would say probably almost 2.5 seconds worth of time on pit lane. These guys went by green flag racing with 36 to go, I believe. So these guys are on. Actually, I'll be able to tell you exactly when they went. Yeah, so they're on 13 laps of fuel right here. So shocking call there is okay, I'll look at that later here. Under caution, let's go ahead and yeah, we'll pull down Mr. Benjamin Nelson. What's going on, the professor?
What's up?
Hey man, having one heck of a race, having some really good battles out there with Brugg and Constork. What was the choice on not pitting there?
I think we're pretty much good on fuel, so just track position. That's really all it is.
Oh, wow, I was way off then. I was thinking 20 laps of fuel. So you're saying you can get almost 30 laps of fuel.
I think we can get just about 40.
Are you guys not running 65% fuel?
No, that's only the Cup car we do that in.
Oh, wow, okay. I thought this whole time you guys had to pit at least one more time. All right, well, I'm glad you pulled you down, man. But go ahead and talk about this race real quick and what you think you got to do to be able to hold off, especially Brugg. He's been really good getting runs.
You know, there's only so much you can do in these races, but it's definitely hectic, the runs are pretty crazy when you get hooked up behind somebody. Uh, you can actually push a little more than you used to be able to in these, so it's pretty good. I can't say that I'm dissatisfied with how this racing is. Even if I don't finish well, it's gonna be fun no matter what happens.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have gone, I think, 35 laps, and this is only your third caution, so definitely a really good race here tonight. How many
Yeah,
more
third
cautions?
lane works too.
How many more cautions do you think we're gonna have here as the laps start closing down and everyone's starting to realize they can make it on gas?
Obviously it's hard to say. I'm gonna guess 2 though.
All right, so Nelson's staying 2. Well, good luck the rest of the race, man.
Thank you.
Professor's saying 2. What do you guys thinking? Over or under? Over or under 2 cautions. We're gonna go back green flag racing with 23 to go. You say, Gary, you are downing your drivers like that? Man! Eric saying gonna be a big one, 5 to go. I'm truly thinking, I think the big one's gonna happen with 3 to go. In my experience of racing, especially here at Talladega and Daytona, usually with this good group of guys, the huge one happens with a 3 to go or 2 to go. Sometimes even on the final lap, which I hate to see. So I'm thinking 3 laps or less to go, so we'll see the really big one. What would be my bet? Oh, Rugg and Nelson lead us to green. We go to the Barney cans. These guys enter the Geico restart zone, which really don't matter here because they go on green.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag will fly here for the final 23 laps at Talladega. Nelson have a lot of help. 767 looking to the outside early, but he's going to tuck back in behind the 1. If I'm Johnny Brugg, I'm thinking he might look to tuck in behind the 24. No, he's going to side drive from really aggressively going down the backstretch. This 727 and Cody Huntley could possibly get a massive run here and jump to the outside with the 3 machine. As Johnny Brugg's going to shoot the middle between Constark and Nelson, something we saw him do earlier. So 12's around. Well, we stay green. 12 of Grant. Oh, I can't say his last name. I'm just calling him Grant P for now. 58 laps of border point, 2 laps of sheer tear. Ain't that the truth? And that mishap back there really gapped up the field as Cody Huntley is looking to lead his first laps here in No Toad. Well, I don't believe he's able to lead that last lap, but he's going to try to lead this one with 22 to go. Another name we haven't called out, Christian Lockton, was running in the Cup Series for a couple races broadcast last season. He was running well in those races. He's looking up there to put his name in the hat for the victory here tonight. Another guy we haven't talked about, the 54 of Alex Chase, our pole sitter from last night, running well here late in the race. Here's 21 of Kendall Kerr back to the outside. He's going to have help this time in the 37. Stop it. Nelson's going to go up to block the run. He's going to open up the door up for Cody Henley in the middle line. Nelson lost a lot of ground jumping up to block that run. Eric's rooting for the 3 of locks, and oh, it's the 07 is around. Not the 07, the 702, my bad.
Caution, yellow flag.
Now the caution will fly. I don't think we're going to be able to see what happened. We're going to try. As Donnie was definitely, the 705, not 702, was definitely one of the guys involved in that wreck. Good amount of front end damage on that machine. Oh, dang. A lot of right rear damage. But luckily for him, he should have a quick fix left. But if I'm him with this damage, I don't think I'm taking one here. Unless you are under power, I say let your crew fix it. These ARCA cars are kind of like the next gens now, to where as long as you ain't got engine or toe damage, just let the body bang itself back out. You might have some couple scrapes and a couple dents and dings, but you'll still be able to hold the draft here. Trying to see if he is. Let's go ahead and pull him down real quick. Hey, what's going on, Grant? Grant, you got a copy?
Hey, what's up, man?
I pulled you down here because I'm trying to figure out how do you pronounce that last name.
It's Bashir.
Bashir. Okay, I was somewhat close. Alright, man, you running good. Running decently up there, man. What's your plan to try to get this victory?
Yeah, I lost about 16 spots on that last one there. Got into the back of me there, but worked my way back up.
Work your way back up. Who's your friend right now who you're willing to work with later on, this late in the race?
Shit, I'll work with anyone, man.
Alright, man. Good luck with the rest of the race.
Alright, boss.
So, for sheer, got it. He let a no slip. Get on him about that, Gary. Tell him he can't do that. Yeah, it would be cool to see TJ win. I've raced around TJ a lot in official races, so he's kind of one of the guys I'm secretly rooting for every weekend broadcast. That was one of the two the professor predicted. Once again, I am very sorry for the quality of this broadcast, but like I said, I will make sure I go through and change some settings and get with some people and figure out what I can do to make it so it don't happen again. And looking through the names real quick and sitting in the top 10, another guy we have yet to call out tonight, the 33 of Alan Slider Dixon, running a, I want to think it's an old Earnhardt throwback scheme. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I believe this is something Dell Sr. ran a while ago. In 2000, wasn't it? I think he ran a Taz scheme. I don't remember it being red, though. Well, Poppy ran a tasking. Let's try to see if we can't get a better view of the side. Actually, no, we can't. Zoomed in. Yeah, that's a senior scheme, is it not? Yeah, I want to say that's on her scheme. You can definitely tell someone named Nick Yowen made it, though. It has his name all over the car. Back to our leader, Johnny Brugg, and Christian Loxton putting himself in the front row here for the first time tonight on this restart, 17 to go. Darren saying it's go time, Lem. Not sure where Lem is running. Showing he's back here in 22nd. That's what happens when I go too far back. Pace car pulls off. Brugg and Loxton leaves the green with 17 to go. Only a fourth caution here tonight. We've completed 42 laps so far.
Green, green, green.
Barney waves that magnificent green flag. Let these guys let it rip again. As with 17 to go, I think this is where we're going to start seeing people get a little bit more aggressive with the bump drafting, especially when we get to that 10 to go marker. As Loxton getting a really good arrow push. I've been a little bit of a bumper push from the 125 of Benjamin Nelson going down that backstretch. Keep your eye on that 21 as Kendall Kerr is not afraid to put it 3 wide. Christian Loxton will get himself a lap led here tonight at Talladega. We can dig it. What's going to put life in the thing track? Oh, tight fit there for Nelson. Brugg might have had to let off a little bit there. Don't push a pusher. The 21 on the outside line trying to get reformed back up. With the 37 behind him, Benjamin Nelson going to jump up to block the run. 21's going to stick behind him for now. 16 coming to 15 to go. We got Carr looking on the outside. That is the 6th machine of TJ Warren. First time we've seen him up front. Three wide. It's going to die out for the moment. But we heard, I believe it was Nelson saying the outside line does work. I don't think TJ has the help he needs to make it work. Christian Loxton still leading the field. TJ Warren still trying to get that outside line to work. 14 to go here at Talladega. And TJ Warren, I give him credit. Outside line, He's losing a little bit of ground, but he's still trying to get someone to work with him, maybe someone to jump out. Everyone's so content. I'm kind of surprised that 21 hasn't tried to get a run and jump out yet. Here comes Warren with a good run coming down that backstretch off the corner, but it dies out as they enter the tri-oval. They're 3 wide back there, about 3 or 4 rows deep. The one gives a little bit of a bump to Christian. It looks like TJ Warren tucked into the middle line as we have a new leader on the outside line, the 702 of Kent Hunley. Now TJ Warren's still on the outside. Oh, almost contact there between Alex Chase and the 09 of Alex Pankey. 702 almost got caught in an Alex sandwich. But be careful of that bump. Every time these guys get on the bumpers, I'm worried it's going to cause a big one. But no, I mean, Nelson said these cars are easier to bump draft with now, so they might have fixed where before, if you tap that back in, you sent the guy around. As someone said Tyler Lim's name out earlier, he's making his way to the front. Was 22nd when we went back and checked on him. Now running inside the top 15. Running about mid-pack on that outside line. Oh, Warren almost got turned. What a save that was for the 125. Not Warren, my bad. Nelson. Went low. 21 had the same plan. They almost hooked bumpers there. 21's going to get a run, going to cut the nose off of the 37 of Gatlin Downey. Haven't called his name yet here tonight. Oh, 21 trying to throw a late block in the 125 is going to stall the outside line out. Coming to 10 to go this time by. Wouldn't be surprised to see someone put it 3 wide here. Tyler Lim might be the first guy to make that move. He's now made his way into the top 10. Here's some tire smokes. Caution is out. Looks like the 713 involved. Mike Rentz. See if it's being stupid or if it's going to let me see what happened here with this. I almost saw it. I think that just has to do with the fact that it wasn't drawing enough cars for me to see it. Surprisingly, caution was thrown because I don't see, even here, I don't see anyone stopped on track. Well, let's rewind it this way. Oh, I wonder if that's why. Maybe it was manually thrown. I can see right here. 713 hard in the outside wall, but no one stopped on track. That must have been a manually thrown caution by the Brugg, is what we're seeing down here. Yeah, someone said his name, tell him to get up there, and he definitely got up there. Currently sitting in P10. We're going to go by Green Flag Racing. With, I believe, 6 to go. That was caution number 2. As we talk to Mr. Benjamin Warren, or Benjamin Nelson. All right, so. Oh, okay, gotcha. I like that. I like the Sergeant. I wish the place we met would have done that. I don't try to advertise other leagues that run when I broadcast, but yeah, I wish he knows what I'm talking about because they never did that. That must have been a quick caution because Brugg threw it, and Brugg's running up here in the top 5. So I wonder if that was just communication with everyone on track saying, "Hey, there's more than 2 cars involved. Throw the caution," and Brugg just had a click button for it. Now, is that for the whole race, or do you guys kind of cut that off at a certain point, like if there's less than 5 to go or something like that? If more than 2 cars go off, they don't throw it. Yeah, so we're going to go by green flag racing with 6 to go. Benjamin Nelson leading the way. And, Benjamin, I don't think it matters if we're on a super speedway, a short track, mile and a half. Shoot, you could probably put this man on dirt and he'll still be blowing the field away. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, obviously you don't want to throw a caution on the last lap. I've always wondered, if someone does accidentally press a caution on the last lap, right, they throw the caution, will iRacing still throw it and the race ends under caution, or will nothing happen? I've always wondered that. Gotcha. The lights will turn off on the pace car. These guys will line up 2 by 2. Hopefully for the last time tonight. Hopefully they can get a good 5-lap shootout for the, or 6-lap shootout for the race. Yeah, I've seriously always wondered that. If someone accidentally pushes a button because they don't realize it's the last lap, right? Will it still throw the caution? Or will iRacing be like, no, we don't do caution on the last lap, race it out? And if you ask me, before you go green, I think the whole caution on the last lap thing that NASCAR does now, I don't like it. There's been a lot of races that someone else could have won the race had the caution not flown because there was a wreck in the back. I don't agree with it. But I get why NASCAR does it. I don't agree with it. For example, Daytona. I wish that caution wouldn't have flown on the last lap. And I will say this. I think if you're within, I'm sorry, Darren. I say if you're within the top 6 right here, you have a legitimate shot. Top 10 pushing it, but anything past the top 10, you just kind of got to ride it out, hope for a caution, you make it through. I personally have went 18th to 1st on the last lap crash, so I know it's possible. But a lot of things would be in your favor for that to happen. But pace car will pull off, hopefully for the last time here tonight. Benjamin Nelson yet again going to lead the field to green with Kendall Kerr to his outside.
Green, green, green.
Green flag flies. This field of about 25 drivers, so leads to green. Hopefully for the last time here tonight. As it's been the story here tonight, that inside line gets a really good restart, and it takes a couple laps for the outside line to form. As you see the 21 dropping like a rock, Johnny Barr going to look to the outside of Christian Loxton. No help behind him right now, as Jess Traub choosing to stay on that inside line. The 88 of Constert jumps out. 21 went from outside of row 1, now dropping like a rock outside the top 10. No help, but Tyler Lemons made his way to the inside line. Five to go this time by here in the season opener for the Noto Gen 4 series. Saw in the back, Kendall Kerr was trying to put it 3 wide, didn't quite have the help. As Nelson really didn't have quite that much help either, as Loxton was all over that apron going through 1 and 2. Oh, big push going down the backstretch. Something like that would have turned the ARCA cars about 6 months ago. Real 5 of Roy Hyde looking to the outside with 21 in tow. Alex Chase jumping to the outside line. Outside line starting to form up here with 4 to go. This is when we're probably going to see the big one. We're in that field of laps. Oh, 305 in the wall, a little bit too aggressive push. Oh, and they wreck behind him.
Yellow flag.
Go back and see what happened with the 305 here. Yeah, you're being stupid, I know. What did happen with the 305? Oh, the 822 drifted up. 305 gets on the wall and does mayhem ensues. This is 702, you see, checked up there for him get into the wall. I know we can't quite see what happens. We're going to figure it out here. I'll see what happened to 702. This is what really caused the caution. 702 checked up. Oh, wow. Okay. We're going to slow this down because... Whoops. Nope. We're going to slow it down here because this is some wild net code right here. You see the 02 is going to dive down to miss this wreck, and look at the gap there still is between the 02 and 702. Right there. That wasn't even contact, and it spun him around. So the good old iRacing netcode caused that caution, really. So this will bring us to our first of 2 green and white checkers, I believe. First of 2, right, Gary? You guys get 2 green and white checkers in the ARCA series. And we haven't seen the big one yet. I have a gut feeling we're going to see it here. Whether it be coming to the white flag or coming to the checkered. Let me see if I can check real quick. Info. I don't think it will tell me. No, it will not. Huh. This will tell me. There are 2 attempts. That's what I thought. That's what I thought I read. The first of 2 attempts, if you guys are watching, this is your first time watching the iRacing event, the way green-white checkers work is, since there's only 2, they will take the green flag. If they can make it around to the white flag, it don't matter if the whole entire field wrecks, the race will stay green until someone crosses the start-finish line as a winner. If they do not make it to the white flag, we will re-rack them for one final time. And on that second green-white checkered attempt, if a caution flies before they get the white flag, the race will unfortunately end under caution. Something I do not want to see, as these guys have been doing a really good job of putting on a show here tonight. And that's why I was asking about the whole admin thing. If you're on a final green-white checkered attempt and there's 2 cars in the back involved, do you really throw the caution and end it under caution, or do you just let them race it out? I will say this though, there are some decent amount of names in the top 10 we hadn't seen really up there until about 15 to go. Alex Chase, Chris, and Loxton, they weren't up front really towards to the final closing laps of this race. Alan Dixon started picking in the top 10 with about 20 to go. Alex Pankey, he's in the top 10. Craig Martin really had been in the top 10 all night. Tyler Lim, another guy who's sitting just outside the top 10, was sitting towards the back of the field most of the night. Raced it out? Okay. So Johnny Brugg will lead the field to green here for the first attempt at the green-white checkered. Hopefully they can get that white flag and race it out. And at this point, really, green-white checkered attempt, if you're in the top 8, you have a legitimate shot. Anywhere outside really the top 8, you just got to hope mayhem happens in front of you. I wouldn't be shocked if we see someone put it 3 wide really early. We're not going to go starter cam here. We're going to go my drone cam view as we watch these guys take the green flag. Green flag is out. Green white checkered attempt number 1 underway here at Talladega. Already some people jostling, possibly looking to the outside. Everyone's thinking 2x2 rolling into turn 1. No one peeking out to that third line quite yet. Still Brugg and Nelson leading the way. There's a big gap on the outside line. Big push from Christian Loxton going down the back stretch to Benjamin Nelson. And one of the interesting things about Talladega is where the start-finish line at. It's not your traditional mid-to-middle of trial. It's after the trial. So if you're someone like Loxton, Traub, Chase, Constark. Oh, as I say that, Chase get loose. Loxton into the 88.
Caution, yellow flag.
Why did they do it under caution? And that looked like a little bit, I can already tell, that looked like a little bit too aggressive push from the 24 machine. Gonna watch along here. We'll slow it down. See the 54 Chase just getting loose on his own, really, and that's where it happens, right there on the right hand side of your screen. Whoops. Whoa, what in the world? Gonna start with Jess Traub here on the outside. Gonna get into the back of Loxon. You'll see Chase get loose on the outside line, really on his own accord. Oh no, he had a little bit of help. Never mind. Nelson got a little bit too aggressive push from Loxon. That's what really started it all. Loxon had a let off and Constar gets involved. The 09 involved. Everyone's going to spin into the inside. So they almost made it to the white flag. Hopefully they're able to make it this time by, as Martin in 822, he's up to 5th. Dixon up to 6th. Tyler Lamb up to 7th. As you gotta wonder now if these guys who stayed out have been out here for 40 plus laps, if they're gonna have enough fuel to make it to the end. As when we talked to Nelson earlier, he's saying she should have enough. He was in question whether he had enough or not, and now they have 2 green and white checkered attempts, wondering if they do actually have enough fuel. Oh, I just saw that raid. I'm so sorry, Jess or Jeremy. I haven't had that thing up. The pace car light should turn off this time by. While we're under yellow real quick, let's go ahead and go over my schedule for No Toad this upcoming week. Of course, like always, doing the Sunday night series, the top level for No Toad. They're going to Darlington. Of course, they do follow the NASCAR schedule. Also, Gary, I am not going to that race for sure. So I will be there broadcasting it. So they're gonna have 145 laps there, one quick repair, and only 4 additional sets of tires for 145 laps. So tire saving is gonna be a big must there at Darlington. And then these guys in the Gen 4 series, they're gonna go ahead and go from this Talladega restricted super speedway setup to the good old 900 horsepower at Auto Club. And I will say this, I think they did. I think officials was there instead of Michigan. Either Michigan or there, and these cars are a absolute handful when you get those 900 horsepowers in the slow down force. They're fun to drive, but they're also a handful. Was that caution? That was caution number 4. Damn it. I hope we don't get another one, Gary. If we get another one, ends for caution. We better not get another one. If we get another one, I'll be upset. I'm going to cry if we get another one. These guys have put on a really good show. Racing-wise, broadcast-wise, it's been... Yeah, we won't talk about that. But we will definitely get it figured out. I got a week to figure it out as go through, adjust some settings, talk to some people, figure out what I need to do, what I need to change, and make it so it don't bug out every 5 laps. And we saw pretty early on in the last restart, there was already a lot of jostling going on for the outside line, as there was a couple cars that got loose coming to that start-finish line. Pace car pull off for hopefully the final time. As next time it comes out, the race will end under caution, unfortunately. Rugg, Nelson, Leas, and Field, something I have said multiple times here tonight. Now, can they finish 1-2? That's the question. Everyone kind of not single filed out, starting nicely, double filed out. As the 24, Jeff's probably getting a little loose. Just probably be careful with those bumps. That's what caused that last caution. No, my bad. Loxton caused that last caution. Well, actually, I can't put that on Christian. It was really a racing deal. But something new this time. Every restart we've had until then, the outside line took a couple laps to form. The outside line is already prevailing here early on its run, as Nelson's going to drop low in front of the one of Johnny Brugg. Going to leave Jess Traub out hanging, but Jess Traub's going to have help in the form of Alan Dixon. Go through the tri-oval here. Final time. 3 wide towards the back. Out of the tri-oval, they're going to get that white flag. This race will end under green, as Nelson left hanging in the middle. No one wanting to work with the 125. 822 gets sent around. Oh, don't you do that. Come on, go back to Brugg. Big wreck behind him. Don't you do this for the finish. Thank you. Stop it. Oh, aggressive block by the 54. And that's going to open the door for Brugg. I don't think it was really contention. Lem! Out of nowhere! And how about the 277? I saw him get multiple laps back. He's going to finish second. Wow. Where did the 277 of Robert Goetz come from? Almost every caution I was watching, it was him getting the wave around. And he finishes second. Well, Brugg, Goetz, Lem will round out your podium finishers. Hundley coming in P4. Loxton in 5th. And Nelson, after having the run he has, is going to come all the way up short in 14th. Well, Brugg is going to collect a victory here in the season opener, and man, I wish my stuff was working right for that. I can't wait for the interview with Goetz. Where in the heck did he come from? I'm telling you, I swear he was like 5 laps down or something. And Brugg is going to pull a good old Dale Earnhardt, slide through the grass. Johnny Brugg is excited. Thank you for staying in this crappy broadcast. I'm so sorry. I was bugging out. Oh, no. We wait for some people to get in the podium finisher room. We'll go we'll go in reverse order. We'll pull up Mr. Rocketman himself, Johnny Brugg. Start on the pole, get that win, dude. What a race! Talking through that, man.
Woo. Man, that last green white checkered was crazy. I just had my fingers crossed and prayed, and just saw everybody behind me, you know, wreck out and just brought it home to the finish.
Yeah, man, he pulled a good old Dale Earnhardt slice to the grass. Looks like that was a victory you've been waiting to have here in No Toad. It looks like it's been long awaited for you to get a victory here at Super Speedway.
Yeah, the Super Speedway wins. I feel really good because, you know, like there's so many guys out here that can win on the, I mean, anywhere, but especially at the Super Speedways. So, I mean, you saw how that last few runs were and how those long green flag runs where we were 3 wide. I mean, it was such a great race. There was great racing all over. So, felt good to come out on top.
All right, man. This will be your time to give a shout out. Going to give a shout out to someone.
Just shout out to my family. Anyone who's watching. I know my dad tunes in a lot. My girlfriend, she'll watch it later. She's at work right now, but yeah. Shout out to my family. Shout out to all the great admins of No Toad make this happen. Gary Sarge and as the head lead owner and all the drivers that come out and make this what it is.
All right, man. Congratulations on getting another victory here tonight.
Thanks, Isaac. Thanks for hosting the broadcast.
No problem. All right, next we'll pull up a second place finisher, Mr. Robert Goes. What is going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, first and foremost, how many laps down were you? 'Cause I swear, every time my caution came out, I saw your car getting the lucky dog.
I think at one point I was 3 laps down. My monitor shut off on me around lap 20, and so I just towed it into the pits. And yeah, just I was like, you know what? I'll just finish out the race, get some experience here, and then kept getting the lucky dog on those cautions, and now here I am.
Yeah, you probably did not see yourself anywhere close to the front at the end of this race, and unfortunately, I can't go back and watch your final lap. My PC was being all yucky today. That's about the only word I can use because I want to put a hammer through it right now. But man, dude, what a race that was! You stuck it out. You definitely had some prevalence or whatever that word is, and got that P2, dude. So congratulations on that, and let's give shout outs this time. Got anyone to give shout outs to?
Yeah, just that last lap. I probably rewatched it 3 times myself now. Just kept my foot in it the whole time, and just kept watching everybody wreck in front of me. Honestly, I don't really have anyone to shout out. Just want to thank No Toad for letting me come out and race. This is going to be my first full season with them, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's a great group of people, and I'm having a really good time.
Yes, speaking of that, we go to Atlanta, dude. I don't know how much experience you have in these actual Gen 4 cars, because here at Talladega they're restricted, of course. If they weren't, you're probably going like 250 miles an hour. But We go back to the 900 horsepower package at Auto Club next week. Anything you're worried about there?
Hey, you know, just sort of getting used to the car, getting used to the group, and racing around everyone. I joined the group more or less just to build my own skill set, trying to just be a consistent finisher in the mid pack, and just turned out today that got lucky. So next week, just looking forward to getting out with everyone, running some laps, and hopefully getting another good result.
All right, man. Congrats on that podium.
Hey, thanks, Isaac. Appreciate it.
All right, next we'll bring in our third place finisher, Mr. Tyler Lem. What is going on, Tyler?
Hey man, how you doing?
Hey man, you had a fan in the chat tonight, Mr. Darren, rooting for you. Fortunately, was not able to get that win. It looks like you were there in position for Rex having in front of you. You still came away P3. So talk us through that race.
Well, I know Superspeedway, especially Talladega, can be a really chaotic day. So I hung around in the back most of the race with about 20 to go. I tried to turn on and slowly get my way to the front. I want to apologize to Craig Martin. I know I got in him real bad there, coming in out of 2 on the last lap and caused all that mess.
All right, man. Unless you give shout outs, you want to give shout out to someone now.
Oh yeah, I want to shout out my fan, my dad. He's there for me every race I send him. So always got to appreciate the support he gives.
Yeah, just tell him I apologize in advance. My PC is being stupid today, so I have some figuring out to do throughout the week, so it don't happen next week. But congrats on that. Congrats on that podium finish, man, and way to battle it out.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate all you do with the broadcast.
All right, that will conclude tonight's broadcast. And once again, I do want to apologize for my PC not being up to par. But like I said multiple times, we'll get it figured out throughout the week, and show will go on next week at Auto Club here for the Gen 4 series, and Darlington for the Next Gen series. We'll catch y'all then.